is up. James knew back when I was coming up. Didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they're loving us. No more no R&Us. The bar is raised. If you know me, now I can bar for days. Nothing to prove cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Show you a little piece. Wanna see some more?
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to feed the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you a little piece. Wanna see some more? 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 So gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you a little piece. Wanna see some more? Show you a little piece. Wanna see some more? I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to feed the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you a little piece. Wanna see some more? 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 So gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you a little piece. Wanna see some more? See some. See some. I never mind if people change. I wanna try and heal my pain. How do you buy what can't be sold? How can you lie to me in my face? In my face. In my face. In my face. In my face. That's how still gonna keep the torch. Show you a little piece. Wanna see some more?
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
Recovered by the receiving team.
Off the play fake, Daniels. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Hurts. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key third down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. Just pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
Two yards to go, second down. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Official. One-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Hurts sets up to throw it. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Commanders force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football. Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
And Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it second down and 11. Daniels looking to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. They're backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Daniels from the gun on third down. That's over the middle and caught by the rookie. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Flushed out right. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. To the air goes Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Zach Ertz, 57 yards. And the Commanders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And the kick is good, and the Commanders out to a 7-0 lead.
The score, Commanders 7, Eagles nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here now, 2nd and 4. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll buy some time right. That is caught. It's the tight end got it. And bounce on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Throwing is Hurts. Towards the end zone for Brown. And this one is incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a gain of 34.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Again, he'll drop to throw. To Barkley on the check down. And inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second and 6 with the ball on the 7. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This is caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Jahan Dotson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try to chip.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Josh Sweat coming in strong and dropping him behind the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
And he lost the football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! A.J. Brown, 64 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? Not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Last time out, they had the fumble that led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Throwing now is Daniels. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Working out of the gun, Daniels. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Now Daniels. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like they marched to the end zone and hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Commanders in possession of the football, but they trail as we start this fourth quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Daniels going to throw for it.
And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football.
The Commanders went for it, but they could not pick up the first.
And the Eagles defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Commanders are right back in this football game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
2nd and 10. They go play action. Daniels.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
To throw is Daniels.
And a dump off here to Robinson.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Here's Daniels.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 21 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On the bootleg, it's Daniels.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for 3rd down. And now they'll audible to something else. From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going. And I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey.
And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Great play offensively, defensively. What a disappointment.
And that's why I hurry up and attack right away. You might catch them napping a little bit after that breakdown.
Daniels going to try to sneak.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Jaden Daniels.
Scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Seibert on for the PAT. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
come up. 1st and 10 here.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Oh, look at this. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it.
Under 50 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10. Robinson up the middle.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts.
Got a quick flash about being in their huddle. Whatever the play call was, it was tagged with these words: make sure you stay in the middle of the field. That's where we want to be.
And he did just that. So there was a little meat on that bone, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Philly.
Turn the lights on.
Every day cannot stay the same. Yeah. But one thing that's never gonna change. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. I forever reign. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever. The people they make go and dollars they make grow. And everything's for show, but I will remain cold and eager. The queen don't talk to the meager, a leader. Who you know in the Zephyr, been through the trenches, gutter fields and stenches. Gone ball, they filling up the benches. Half-court shooter, spitting from the medulla. Life for the game, they talking like I'm the doula. Nobody want a doula, defend the throne. I'm a dog in the zone and your man's is bones. I don't fear